can teach you how to get cake. If not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Los Angeles Rams. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they will elect to not bring this.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and hold the comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore. My city used to a come up. Bryce and Jack G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstage. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. As people are oppressed. And I'm gonna change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it. 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 They don't love it.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. Here's Ritter now to throw on their first play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Ritter. Flushed out right. That's brought in downfield by London. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Ritter to throw it. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 3rd and short, Ritter. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They'll run on first down with Akers. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Gano's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. Gets around him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. A little juke, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Ritter back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Stiff-armed him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Ritter now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
2nd and 9 now. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long, and hope someone would come free.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He's on his way. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Coup for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Ritter, he wants to change the play here. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ritter now looking to throw it this time. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And taken at the 46. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Rams 10.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They begin the drive with Robinson. Oh, nice move. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 65 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Going play action, Ritter. This pass is caught by London. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Ritter on 1st and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. A beautiful fake. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And quickly they get to the line.
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
A 52-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's a throw, and I think the ball's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. Down the left sideline. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now the Rams bring the offense back out here to go for two. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Back now in Los Angeles, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Now he's loose at the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So a big play there running right. The DN couldn't get out. They couldn't stop him. It was the offense setting the edge and getting the big gain.
Yeah, essentially when you're the defensive end, when they talk about setting the edge so the offense has to bounce it one way or the other, instead that edge was actually rounded off by the offense and continued deep down the field.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 9. On play action, here's Ritter. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mike Williams from 21 yards away. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Ritter will throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
That keeps the score. Falcons 34, Rams 19.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. And now they'll shift things around.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The offense on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ritter headed right off the option. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ritter, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are on their way to a 2-0 start. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw. Oh, he stays up. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3rd down and 1. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
A throw over the middle taken in, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That's another grand
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
12 yards on the play. Leads to
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game planned.